Good morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing about the drugs affecting on calcium balance. So, first of all, what is the calcium and what is the sources of the calcium? Now we discuss. So, the calcium is the most abundant body constant. So, it is a most abundant body constant. And the next one, the calcium is presented in the adult it containing the 1.5 kg calcium. It containing the 1.5 kg means 1 kg to 1.5 kg calcium is presented in the adult. So the calcium is stored in the calcium is stored in the bones. And the next one, the main what is the source of this particular calcium? Source of the calcium is the milk and milk products. Milk and milk products. Milk and milk products. Egg yolk means eggs, beans, nuts, cabbage, so etc. So what is the importance of the calcium? So calcium is mainly present in the skeletal tissue, bones and teeth. Present in the bones and teeth. Bones and teeth. So here, what is the physiological role of this particular calcium? What is the physiological role? What is the physiological role of the calcium? Calcium is essential for the clotting of blood, involved in the clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. And the next one, it is needed for the calcification and growing purpose. Calcification of growing bones and teeth. Bones and teeth. And the next one, the calcium ions are required for the nervous system also, involved in the nervous system also. And the next one, this calcium play a key role in the neuromuscular transmission. It is play a key role in the neuromuscular play a key role in the neuromuscular transmission. And the next one, it is play a key role in the muscle contraction also. Muscle contraction. And the next one, the calcium is involved in the stimulation of the production of ATP. It is a stimulation and production of ATP molecules also. Stimulation and production of ATP molecules also. And this is some physiological role of the calcium ions. So the calcium ions, these are the calcium ions. The next one, what is the normal values? Normal value of calcium ions. So the calcium is this normally the normal range is a 9 to per day. We are using them 9 to 11 mg per deciliter. 9 to 11 mg per deciliter. This is the normal value. In case of increases this value means above 12 mg per deciliter is known as a hypercalcemia. Hypercalcemia. In case of decreases this normal value means below 8 mg per deciliter is known as a hypocalcemia. These two types of disorders are occur in our body. So this is the normal values of the calcium. And the next one, what is drugs for the calcium balance? Drugs. So what are the drugs? So first of all, calcium chloride, CaCl2. The CaCl2, it is a 27% of calcium. 27% of calcium we are using. 27% of calcium we are using in here. These are the it is not for the IM use. We are don't use this IM use, and it is administered through orally. And the next one, calcium gluconate. Calcium gluconate. 9, it containing the 9% of calcium. 9% of calcium, and it is administered through the IM route. And the next one, calcium lactate. The calcium lactate, it containing the 13% of calcium. It is administered through orally. And the next one, calcium dibasic phosphate. Calcium dibasic phosphate. The calcium dibasic phosphate, it containing the 23% of calcium. 23% of calcium. So it is used as a antacid and a calcium supplement. It is used as a antacid and as well as the calcium supplement. It administered through the orally. And the next one, calcium carbonate. The calcium carbonate, highly it containing the 40% of the calcium, and it is used as a antacid and as well as a calcium supplement. It administered through the orally. This is the calcium drugs. So different types of drugs are presented in our. These drugs are the maintain the calcium balance in our body. So these drugs are some drugs. These are the some drugs are we are using, and different types of drugs also we are using. Not only calcium drugs, the furosemide also. Furosemide. So furosemide is a dose is 20 to 40 mg administered for every 2 to 4 hours. So the next one, some glucocorticoids also. Regulation of the calcium balance is regulated by the glucocorticoids. And the next one, calcitonin. These are, and the next one, mitramycin. So these are all used as a, these are all drugs are used as a maintain the calcium balance in our body. Now we discuss about the pharmacokinetics of the calciums. Pharmacokinetics. So here these are the, first of all, are absorption or administration. So this calcium or the calcium preparations or calcium drugs are more absorbed from the small intestine. It is the more absorbed from the small intestine. Especially duodenum. So these are the next one. This absorption is reduced by the decrease the absorption. They reduced by the phosphates, oxalates, and the next one, glucocorticoids also decreases the calcium absorption. These are the more absorbed from the duodenum, but it is a drug. These drugs are the affecting on the calcium absorption. And the next one, it is distributed through the. These drugs are distributed through the blood and body fluids. It do not cross the placenta and as well as the blood-brain barriers. And here the next one, this metabolism. So these drugs are the mostly metabolated in the. It is mostly metabolated in the liver and kidney. It is mostly metabolated in the liver and kidney. And the next one, these are the, in here, PTH, parathyroid hormone. The parathyroid hormone increase the distal tubular reabsorption. reabsorption means in the kidney some amount of the calcium is eliminated from our kidney, so that calcium is reabsorbed by the parathyroid hormone. So per day how much of calcium is eliminated from our body? Up to 300 mg. 300 mg is per day is excreted through the fecal matter and urine. So for a day, especially from fecal matter, 300 mg is eliminated. At that moment in the urine, in this condition, the distal tubules are reabsorbed by this parathyroid hormone. This is about this particular pharmacokinetics. So the excreted through as a elimination or excreted through as a fecal matter or urine. The next side effects. So side effects. So it shows the calcium supplement is a well tolerated. These are the side effects like the constipation occur, and the next one, excess gas with the calcium carbonate. Excess gas is produces in the with the calcium carbonate only. So this is the side effects of this particular calcium carbonate, and we are already discussed here the dose, pharmacokinetics, and importance also we are already discussed here. This is about our topic. If you have any doubts from this topic, tomorrow we will discuss. Thank you.